presents Hubbards and Grenada Paper Products, manufacturers of Royal, Horizon, and Quick and Easy paper towels and napkins.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable, and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Mothers are special and should always be celebrated. One great way to honor the caregivers among us is through song. It is for that reason the Grenada Broadcasting Network is teaming up with some of the best talents on the island to bring you Celebrating Queens, a 2-hour virtual concert on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 9th. From the scenic 61 Degrees West Restaurant and Bar on Grandin's Beach, we celebrate Mom, your mother, our heroes. Celebrating Queens, celebrating Mother's Day.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. Plumbing fixtures, cutting and grinding discs, PVC glue, drywall screws, and power saw blades. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This Mother's Day will be extra special. As right as New York presents the epic Mother's Day Celebration Virtual Concert 2021, featuring a full acoustic performance by the Hitman, the Veteran, Grenada's greatest entertainer, Elimas Gilbert, the Inspector, alongside Dash, Val Adams, Quacko, Mr. Golden, and Anselm Douglas. This Mother's Day, Sunday, May 9, 2021, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us as we celebrate our lovely mothers on this special day. Sponsors: David Williams Funeral Home, RiderSounds.com, call allpronow.com, GBN, and Ride Along Law. The epic Mother's Day Celebration Virtual Concert. Log on and tune in.
Hey folks, you're invited to tune in to Grenada Music to the World program, hosted by Eugene Gittens on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, GBN TV, and all their social media platforms. The only totally local music program in Grenada, representing all genres of music. So it's Green's Music to the World on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN with the music icon himself, Mr. Eugene Gittens. See you then.
Good evening once again, folks, and welcome to We Culture. It is Friday evening, and of course, that's the new norm on Fridays. We Culture right here on the K105 FM, GBN TV 711, our GBN Facebook page, and also our GBN YouTube channel. Let's welcome the team tonight. Finley, what happened, boy?
Are they with them?
Yeah?
Are they with them?
The hair started to grow back, boy.
One polite, the hair start to grow back. Why you mean by that?
You know what I mean? You're not like Doc, you know. Doc never trim yet, you know. And Doc here, since I know Doc like a boy, he here is one height. He never grow, he never trim, nothing, you know. One height.
You lie, man. You forget Doc still when he was in school. Doc used to play Rasta.
Well, that since from primary school, you know. Like that I'm telling you, same height. But
no.
I know Doc before you, you know. Don't tell me about Doc.
Yes, but you see when Doc speak about the Rasta and Cressy and so on. You agree? And that was his Cressy only let Doc get out because Doc had some speed. But I mean, Doc, when Doc go down in the call, it's pressure, you know, so nobody had telling Doc. And you Doc in it at all, and what we afraid, besides all the big strong muscles and things, is the big bad hair Doc had in here?
My Doc did not know. Yeah, Doc used to
some big bad boy in here.
Doc used to play and lose it and leave it so and play thing, but
Doc had defending you tonight. I know you like.
I like.
But yesterday, good night, guys. Good night, everyone. Yesterday, I did this Bonji Godfrey just Larry.
Don't try that at all. While I'm saying,
he opening now. And he opening again to convince him more and more of that.
Yeah, but like what I say.
Well, you ain't lie, you know, and it's ironic that tonight we're dealing with Mother's Day and looking at the evolution of that, because I had a talk with my queen only when maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, and she said laughing, she said, "Wait, Godfrey get this thing about drinking water to be a sheep."
Well, listen, man.
The queen fall down, listen, boss, we back in there. You will make me queen.
Boss, let me tell you something here. I tell you, Shantimel thing and Tivoli thing is different thing.
Don't put Tivoli in that.
Shantimel thing and Tivoli thing.
Don't put Tivoli in that.
Mr. Man, yourself, hold on. Don't you come out in a home, you don't know what Tivoli. You come out in a home, how you know what Tivoli? Tivoli and a home are different. Anyway, folks, it's a pleasure to be back. It's Friday, as I said, and this week it's only fitting that we pay tribute to our mothers. You know, we couldn't allow that time to pass and not use this platform to talk about Mother's Day. You know, how it started, you know, the whole history of it. And by the way, we're missing our mom on the program tonight. I haven't seen her.
Unfortunately, at a time like now.
Yes, maybe accident. I feel it's an accident.
Traffic jam.
Possible. But she's going to be joining us soon anyway. We're looking forward to having Reece with us. So, guys, the conversation, Mother's Day. And let me say this before we get into it. Culture is a beautiful thing because apart from having our own, what we have developed, we have embraced a lot of different things over time. And it has become part of our culture, and I think Mother's Day is absolutely one of them, because the origin of Mother's Day, from what we understand, probably started in Greece or wherever, many years ago, and then later on America grabbed onto it, and you know, they did what they had to do. placed on calendars, and then I guess the world has embraced it. So it has become part of our culture as well, and I think it's something that we all love, we all look forward to, because our moms are very special. So, Squalls, after we start with Doc, because I have a feeling Doc have some history for us that he has to let go tonight on the background of Mother's Day.
Well, not just Godfrey, just thinking, once you came up with the agenda for tonight's discussion, I realized how much mothers are dear to us, and how readily, particularly the boys, the men, are ready to embrace the mothers. And then, you take a deep look and you look at our fathers, and our fathers sometimes are really hardworking and loving. But the slightest moment, the slightest hurt, the slightest pain or the discomfort our mothers get, we ready to run to her aid. And for a lot of us, our mothers could do no wrong. It doesn't matter on what, but our mothers could do no wrong. So I remember I was very fortunate because I had 3 mothers. I had Gladys, which was my biological mother. I had Mary Leave, which was family by extension. And then I had a lady they call Miss Chemi. Now Miss Chemi used to work on the estate with my mom. My mom was an estate worker. And I tell you, I can remember as a little boy going to Pointville Estate. And there are a lot of things when I broke something, I stepped on something that was unfortunate. And my mom was always quick to give me a spanking. But Miss Chemi would say, watch, leave the boy alone now, leave the boy alone. And of course, I would run to Miss Chemi and I would be protected. But Miss Chemi was wayward mom. Miss Chemi in the Bay Road. In the Bay Road,
That's
yes.
Right.
So that was like an ex mother to me. But, and when we look at the role our mothers play in keeping the culture, because again, when you talk to persons in the village, they would tell you, going around in the early time before there was electricity and you sat down under on the step in the big yard, most of the persons that used to tell you the stories or pass on the culture were the women in the village.
Yes.
Most of them were the women. And we had a few men that were also helping to correct the village, but the woman seemed to be the custodian of the stories, always telling us about the Nancy story. Mainly, I mean, I could recall that there were some very good men in Tivoli too, that when you go, I mean, they were excellent storytellers. But by and large, when you talk to persons, you had to deal with the women. I mean, you have a lot more to say, but I know Scholar has his plate full. Since again, he went and get a rehearsal course with his mom. So I know he too has his own story. But I think just the custodian of passing on the tradition and that interaction, that close interaction with boys in particular, I think it had to be our mothers that were this custodian. And I don't know what again caused this soft spot that we always had. But we always had that soft spot for our mothers more than anything else.
But you're right, Doc, and I believe there is a good reason for that, because as you mentioned earlier, as it relates to the telling of the stories, it was mainly the women. But you also realize that a lot of times the fathers were practically out working. And in those days, a lot of women did not work, Their job basically was to be at home to look after the children, keep the house, and make sure when husband come home, he has his meal and all of that. So that to me is one of the reasons you find the boys were closer to the mom, because they also played that role, that kind of father role kind of thing. In the home,
you deep into something there that is is very, very real. I will tell you what you really deep into that, because growing up in the rural community, it was basically beset by the estates. A lot of the persons that work on estates. So those persons that work on the estates, we want to welcome the Queen. We want to welcome Mami Queen.
Yeah. Well, I was just waiting on you to pause for us to welcome.
Launch my presence.
Yes. Welcome, Reece, and of course, advance Mother's Day greetings, because this is where the program is going tonight. So we got worried when we didn't see you.
Thank you very much. There's a high chance that you would not have seen me tonight because I have the 4%, and I have it real bad.
You had the 4%?
I couldn't function for the last 2 days. I wasn't at work yesterday. I went today, and it was like a waste of time. I think I just went and spread 4% more than anything else. Yeah, so it's really bad.
You better go and get your Zugu.
I better bring up some rivers, some lime, and some honey.
That sounds more like it.
I think so.
Yes.
All right. So Skulls.
Is he have it yet?
My mommy favorite drink.
Watch. Scholar, you join Livingston now. You join Livingston, you take in bottle and put water in it and what? Don't make me get me bottle. Don't make me get me bottle. I'm 19.
More honey. So I'm making a mixture. I'll be sipping. While we chat, because
Reece, you need a little lemon if you can, or lime.
Yeah, I have lemon there. I have some orange juice. I have lemon. I have honey, and I think there's a bit of alcohol.
In that? Well, Reece, let me tell you something. With that 4% you have there, with that 4%, I think you better go out for lunch. Anyway, Skulls. You better go out for lunch. So, Skulls, let me come to you. Let's talk a little bit about that. Doc made some rather interesting opening remarks.
Yeah, well, Doc hit the nail on the head. The mothers have always been the ones who have taken care of the children. I mean, that was the role. And while some mothers stayed at home, but a lot of mothers also work step by step, side by side with men.
Yes.
But yet, when they finish work, they still had to tend to the home and to cook the food and to tend to the young ones. And Doc is right in terms of how we gravitate. I mean, this thing is deep, because even as big men, and I think I said that already before on our program, there was a doctor who told me that anytime anything happens to him, and he might be a doctor, but anytime he heard hurting, he going by his mother. And the man stayed in town, and his mother staying quite up in Guava up there. But he heading up there because some way, somehow, his mother will know what to do.
Right.
And his mother will get him well again. And this is just how it is. I mean, I also have this even as a big old man. I mean, once I get a little stick, I go, my mother. Just how it is. I mean, I also have this.
Scholar, getting a feedback from you there. We're getting a feedback from you.
Yeah, I realize.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're working now.
Yeah. 1 2 test it.
Yeah, we cooking with Gazi.
Right. So this is the whole thing. And when we engage tonight and we look at the evolution of the whole culture, because motherhood is a role, but the role is steeped in cultural traditions, right? Mm-hmm. And the evolution of that role, I mean, mothers come and they learn the role of how to be a mother, and we can see how it has transcended from the past to now. Mothers now are completely different from mothers from yesterday. And we look at that because it's a kind of tangled and interesting thing, Godfrey, because just this afternoon I was saying this to my wife that funny enough, the same mothers who kept us straight, kept us walking straight and narrow, was bad as yards. These very same mothers, strangely enough, when they became grandmothers and great-grandmothers, they go for children and children. It's a very strange kind of phenomenon.
They spoil in the grand.
They spoil in the grand.
Yes.
And when you look and you see things what the grand could do, and you remember that you couldn't do that, sometimes you just feel to just hold them and shake them because you want to. I mean, wise.
Let me tell you something, Scholar. I mean, what you say there, I mean, according to them long time people, you speak a book. Because I recall very well, I mean, growing up, anytime I find the vibes home and looking right, I passing through Livingston and them here straight by my grandmother. And when I reach there, I'm totally sheltered. I will give you a joke. Yeah, that time, my grandfather came home and he gave me a flogging. And that didn't go down well with me. So I decide anytime he come back, I go in and get my grandmother to come and deal with him. And it so happened that the next week he come back. As he reach, I go and tell my grandmother, he come. and the thing is, you do these kinds of things for the very said reason that you're talking about. Your grandmother shelters you from all kind of different things. And your mother now is the one that. So the grandmother.
That's what you're using when you use shelter. I don't think you really capture it. They spoil you.
Well, all that could work. But you feel protected.
What are we talking about is spoil you grandmother.
Well, in other words, you feel protected. You understand? So you could do what you want, you could do your thing, and you know where you're going to get covered.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is, and I remember it so clear as you made the point.
And the strange thing is that this continues up to this day. I mean, this is just how it is. Another interesting point that Livingston made was the fact that he had 3 mothers. And I'm surprised that he did not have more, because this was the philosophy back then, that a child was the responsibility of a community to raise.
Yes.
And so you had a village of mother, you had a village of people who you could have depended on to keep you straight, to nourish you, to do whatever. I remember, for example, where I grew up in my neighborhood, I knew we had our mother, very hardworking, and so on. She kept us on the straight and narrow. But we also had a woman who was a neighbor of mine called Miss Molly. She has passed now. But all the children around there, Miss Molly took care of everybody.
Right.
I mean, when you're hungry, you go by Miss Molly. If your body hurt you, you go by Miss Molly. Anything that happened, this is where you go. Miss Molly feed you, Miss Molly bathe you, Miss Molly clothe you, Miss Molly do everything. She took care of us because the honest truth is I cannot ever in my life remember Miss Molly walking around the village or whatever. She always stayed home, and she wasn't very old.
Right.
I think she died in her early 50s. She wasn't very old, but she stayed home, and she took care of all the neighbors. And the funny thing about it, Miss Molly now her daughter, they call her Rona. She does the same thing.
Right.
All children around the neighborhood, that's where they grow, that's where they nourish. When they come out there, the children go in there scranny, and by the time they get 2, 3, 4 days a week by Miss Molly, they come out nice and figure around. So the whole philosophy that the village is who took care, and you had a lot of mothers. I think this is something that is lacking now.
Yeah, it is. Let's bring in the mother in our midst. 4% doctors.
I was wondering when all these experts and them was going to finish talking as if like they are mothers.
Yeah.
And let the real mother come in.
So let them have it. Let them have it.
I mean, I've heard you guys talk about a lot of things, especially when it comes to like sons and their mothers and children and all of that. But I believe that in most cases, as a mother is a son's first love. Mm-hmm. And whether there's a father there or there isn't a father there, they always feel like they need to protect. And the older they get, is the more they feel like they need to protect their mother. So and I think it's something that is really reciprocated in a lot of ways, because they know instinctively and even by experience that a mother is the one that would go through pains, trials, tribulations. No matter how bad her child is, no matter what her child does, she would go the extra mile to make sure that everything is okay. I mean, go to the prisons. Who do you see visiting more than anything else? The mother. Mm-hmm. And your son or daughter would have committed the worst crimes, but it's still your child. And that is what being a mother is about. It's unconditional love, unconditional care. You'll do whatever it takes. And, a mother is like everything. A mother is a chef, a football player, a coach, a teacher. I mean, everything that every role out there, whether you're knowledgeable about it or not, you play some kind of role in your child's life. You want the best for your child. Even if your child may not be so inclined, you still will go the extra mile to make sure that, But I'm talking a lot about mothers of yesteryear as well as mothers of today. I know that in a lot of cases you might say, well, the way we used to discipline before, we have more introverts as children now because they're given devices to play games on their own or play with a virtual partner and all of that. You find that they are more introverts. But in the past, we would have had more extroverts because children went outside to play. You had to make friends. And to have friends, you had to be a friend. So you find that, back then, you had more like of a village in terms of the parenting, as well as village in terms of the children and the neighborhood. Everybody know each other. The stories that you and Livingston Godfrey talk about a lot, there's a lot of children that don't have those stories to tell because they got dropped off, they got picked up. There was no after school, after lessons, I go by my friend for a little bit, I play, and then I go home, and that kind of thing. That really isn't there. So we have a lot more introverts. But I do find that we have a lot of parents, and I'd like to say that I am one of them, who would go the extra mile for their children to make sure that they be their best selves, that they don't settle for mediocre, that you stay without to make sure that they have. There's a lot of parents like that still. There are a lot of mothers like that. And I know that our topic is supposed to be about motherhood, but I would like to go out on a limb and say that a mother is not necessarily biological. It can be a grandmother, it could be a ward, it could be somebody in the neighborhood, and it could be a man. I know that some women may not want to hear that, but if you have a parent that is a single parent, that is a male, that's the mother.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's take the break. Let's take our break, Doc, and we're gonna come back and of course chat some more. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Get high making money
money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Hello viewers and listeners, this is the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 evening draw. It is Friday, May 7th, 2021. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Supervising the draw, Ms. Priscilla Barry, representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. As usual, just to give you a quick reminder, there are 4 different bet types in this game from which you can choose. They're called inline, mix, pair, and backup. It pays to play Daily Pick 3. Let's see if you are a lucky one. Good luck to you. Okay, here we go. Check your tickets. Our first number, 4, the second number, 6, final number. The final number is 9. So just to recap for your benefit, our first number is 4. That's followed by 6. The final is 9. So that's 4, 6, and 9. If you are a lucky winner, congratulations to you. The Playway draw comes up next. We'll see you soon.
Tick, tock, toe. I win.
Feel like a big kid again when you play NLA's new scratch game, Tic-Tac-Toe. It's instant cash on the go. Reveal 3 X's or 3 O's in the same row, column, or diagonally, and win the prizes shown, or as much as $5,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play. Tic-Tac-Toe, please.
Give me a tic-tac-toe, please.
Tic-tac-toe, please. Hello once again, this is the National Lotteries Authority's Playway Evening Draw for today, Friday, May 7th, 2021. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. With me once again is Ms. Priscilla Barry. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. This game you can bet from $1 up to $10, or you can bet in increments on any number or any dream symbol of your choice, and being with a chance to win 24 times the amount you bet. So that's $24 for every $1 spent. Value your dreams and win your way with Playway. So let's see if you are a lucky winner tonight. Good luck to you. Is 6. Once again, our Playway number for tonight is 60, number 6. That represents death. If you are a lucky winner, congratulations to you. Stay with us. The Daily Cash 4 is up next. We'll see you soon.
I'm a winner. You are winner. We are winners. Winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just 1 lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
'Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
All right, so we're back with you. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Cash 4 evening draw for today, Friday, May 7th, 2021. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. With me once again, Ms. Priscilla Barry. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. So in this game, you can choose any number from 0 to 9 in any of the 11 bet types offered. The tickets cost as little as $1, except backup. That costs $2. More plays, bigger prizes. Let's play Daily Cash 4. Good luck to you. Okay, so check your tickets. Our first number, 2, the second number, 0, the next number, 2, the final number, 4. Alright, so just to recap for your benefit, our first number is 2, that's followed by 0. The next number is 2, the final is 4. So that's 2, 0, 2, and 4. Congratulations to you if you are a lucky winner tonight. Stay with us. The Lotto draw comes up at 9 o'clock. We're playing for $40,000. We'll see you real soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day, with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you always already know, and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet, and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable, and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
And Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Synatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance round the maypole.
Welcome back. So OUI Culture. Of course, we gonna Reece, do we have anybody on Facebook commenting yet? Alright. So Reece, you need to unmute that 4%.
Oh, weak.
You're weak.
Okay. So we have a number of people saying good evening. There's Lynn David. Good night to my Grenadian brothers and sisters. Joan Penny. Good night all. Veronica Sandy. Good evening, OUI Culture. Zavid Seals. Hello, good night, OUI Culture. Greetings. It starts off Panogramma tonight. So my loyalty is to Pan Culture. Okay. Colin Paul Olusola said good afternoon and happy Mother's Day weekend to all the mothers out there. We thank you for your sacrifice. Let's see again. Yulin Alexander, good night to everyone. Hosi, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Great topic once more. Mothers, the foundation of the world. Thank you, Ernesto. He said, okay, thank you. Yeah, I hope I feel better as well. Let's see. Jose said, if the 4% nearly killed Reece, well, I won't want to know the 96%. Okay. Cynthia Bay is saying, well, it's happy birthing day to all mothers. Just getting a message telling me that. So maybe this is a new thing. Jose is saying, I think sometimes the mothers went too far by combing their children friends, maybe combing their children friends and forgetting their role as a mother, and all respect went out of the door. As some mothers. Jose is also saying Godfrey Scholar sings almost about everything, but how come he never have a Mother's Day song as I can recall? You know, I'm going to take him up on this just now. Yeah, so basically other people just saying good night. Yvonne McKenzie.
Right. Let me just see on the WhatsApp. Someone says, good night, Godfrey and team. I have a 50-year-old son who lives with his wife. Anytime he's sick, whatever hour, he will come by me. If he call and I don't wake, he's staying in the veranda where he feels safe. So that sounds like Finley boy. Someone says, 3 years now my mom died. I'm 45 years, and as Mother's Day I miss her saltfish, fig and cocoa for breakfast. And in all her children, I am the troublesome one, but she never give up on me, and I will never give up on mine. That's why no man can beat me for washing and cooking today. Sweet dreams, my love, Mom. One Mother's Day I leave Moya and went by Shantimel, and I see some school children, and I went and played with them. The gift my father gave me for my mom, me and my friend eat it, and my mom bit me. Still told me to go down by the river and wash 2 buckets of clothes. That's yeah, definitely. But let me bounce back by Doc a bit. Yeah, Doc, I'm coming to you. The history of this celebration, this Mother's Day celebration. Let's talk a little bit about that. How did this thing started?
Well, I don't really know the foundation, how it actually started. But you know, I think what happened, particularly the United Nations, they start to recognize significant or important dates, you know, important events, and they try to do it as a way to lift awareness. And I believe that is how it actually came about. You mentioned all the way to Greece. I didn't get that one as all the way to Greece. But I know what happened is usually they look at some very significant events that is taking place or important persons to name, and they will say, okay, let us have a date that the world could recognize as an international day, for example, like Labor, International Day for the Mother. And then, of course, it took some years before they recognized that there were some fathers. So then they later on put International Day for the Fathers. So I don't know the full history of how it started, but I know that is the way they actually started doing things.
Yeah, actually, I was reading up something today on history.com, and yeah, they gave quite a bit of information. Actually, there were also 2 women in the U.S. who were very instrumental on getting it on the calendar. But it's a whole lot long. I have a feeling Scholar read it too.
Yeah, I repeat something.
I read the whole thing, but yeah, it was actually the work of the women in the U.S. I think it was actually very significant. Let me just quickly, celebrations of mothers and motherhood can be traced back to ancient Greeks and Romans, who held festivals in honor of the mother goddesses Rhea and Cybele. But the clearest modern precedent for Mother's Day is the early Christian festival known as Mothering Sunday. So that's way back then. But then later on, you know, in more recent times, this women in the U.S., they lobbied for it. and I think it was Roosevelt who actually, gave support, and then they had it on the calendar. But then, interestingly, the very same woman who lobbied to get it recognized later turned around and tried to get it removed because she was very angry about the whole commercialization, and she felt a lot of companies were taking advantage, by making all of these fancy things and commercializing it. So she had lobbied for it until her death. It didn't work.
Oh, okay.
It didn't work.
Godfrey, there's what you call Mothering Sunday, which is Mother's Day in England.
Yes.
I remember earlier, I think it was in March, late March, Akima would have been telling people Happy Mother's Day to all mothers in Europe and stuff like that. And that is separate from Mother's Day in America, which is what we celebrate.
Yeah.
The second Sunday in May. But there's Mothering Sunday, and from what I would have read, it had to do with like children who would have left home for whatever reason. It was a day that they came back, and it became Mothering Sunday. It provided an opportunity for children to come back home, for the family to be together and all of that. So that is Mothering Sunday. I think when it comes to America, there was a woman who actually had this Mother's Day for herself, and it became a thing somewhere in the 1940s, somewhere there.
And Reece Jarvis,
lobbying. Yes,
Jarvis,
started lobbying for Mother's Day. So to me, what I get from all of this, it speaks to that connection that is expected, that connection that children are supposed to have with their mothers. I don't know if it's because there was this physical connection from the time of birthing, carrying to birthing, and all of that. But it seems like there's this need to maintain that connection between mother and child. So we came up with a day, and I want to believe that, after second thoughts, fathers start to complain. So I just think so. Fathers start to complain, so they decide, okay, let us give her Father's Day. But the connection between the mother and the child, it seemed like there were deliberate attempts to keep that bond. Hence, you have Mothering Sunday and Mother's Day.
Yeah. In fact, in the U.S., Julia Howard Howe, she had campaigned for something that she called Mother's Peace Day, and that was supposed to be celebrated on June 2nd. There's a lot of information, and folks, you can probably go on to Google on the history.com site, and you would get a whole lot of information there about the origin of Mother's Day. Quite some interesting reading. But Doc.
Godfrey, I just want to do two things. I want to recognize two of my informants. One is Mr. Delaney, and the other one is Miss Alquin Simon. And I also want to recognize, and I think we all should recognize that our program is going in leaps and bounds in Canada in particular. So, like Emma, Kai, a few persons are, they're really tuning in Canada, listening to our program. So we want to big up everyone that is listening. But tonight, the Canadian Posse, hope you are fully on board. I want to come back home, Godfrey, with Grenada in terms of the women that that used to take care of us in the very, very early days. And I remember that our mothers were big on repeating or on quality. So like when they give you a work to do, to sweep the yard, to clean the house, to wash the clothes, they were like the police also. No, they would come and examine after you do your chores.
Of course.
Godfrey, the corner, that dust in the corner. No, you can't leave it like that.
No, Doc, they had some word. They had a special phrase they used to use. You remember that phrase?
No, refresh me.
Scholars, you remember the phrase they used to use? You have to take pride in your work.
Yes.
Yes.
You must take pride in your work.
Pride in your work.
That's right.
And that was big.
It was a big thing.
That was really big. That when your parents gave you, your mothers in particular, gave you something to do, sometimes you had to do it twice and 3 times. You have to do it until it's, and that including combing your hair, washing your clothes, sweeping the yard, feeding the animals, whatsoever chores. Apart when I'm at least all those chores, because the next thing that they were big on, that every child had some responsibility, had to be involved in the planting, even if it's to just take a seed and put in the dirt in the hole, even if it's to take the clothes or coconut and carry it on the next side. But children was always intimately involved in the workload, what was taking place in the home. And then again, we had to look at the society. Now, you could go out, you could come back anytime, but you have a very good excuse if when you go and somebody say, well, Auntie Laslin, they send me to buy some ice for her, or a pound of saltfish in the shop for her. So yes, you come from school and you reach home 20 minutes or half an hour later than the prescribed time. Yeah? But you could get a good excuse if Miss Carme or somebody had sent you out, in order to get it. I also wanted to point out that in the mothers of yesteryear, there was this adult world and the child world. You can't interfere with old people, with elders' business. I don't want to say old people. You can't interfere. So let's say my mom and Godfrey mother had some quarrel. I can't pass the next day and saying hello because I know my mom. You
getting blows for that. You get it. That's what you call it, man. You have to know your role.
You have to know your, yeah. Yes. So I just wanted to highlight those things, and so the wall between the children wall and the adult wall was completely separate. You had to show a lot of manners. You had to say good morning. For a matter of fact, when you go out on your parents and they send you, they must know where you're going. They have to know when you come back. You have to come. You can't just come and go inside your room. Well, actually, you didn't have your room at that time for most of us. You can't go and go in your corner. You have to, Mommy, I come back. Mommy, I bring this. Mommy, so-and-so, say hello. Mommy, so-and-so, yeah? And if you don't bring you hello, you could be in trouble, eh? And I just want to finalize one thing I want to say again before I wrap up, is that the rod was not spared.
Oh, not at all. That's one thing. That's what you made a point, Livingston, and scholars, I'm sure you could back me up here. When you mentioned that they made sure that you had to do what you had to do, and it also include eating your food.
Yeah.
You had to eat your food, and in those days, getting fat was a big thing. If you thin, that ain't working. You had to get fat. Because get fat, that's a sign that you're doing well, you're a healthy child, and all of that. You have to get fat. Yeah.
Godfrey, as a matter of fact, when people go overseas and they come back, you judge whether they see trouble.
Or they're doing well.
They're doing well based on if they're fat.
If they're fat, yeah.
If they come back, just as how you leave.
You see real trouble.
You see trouble in America, you see trouble in Canada. But if you come back fat,
what happened to you, man? They expect all kind of thing.
What's funny?
No, it's true.
What's funny? When we're talking about good food, and all they just want to hit those JCB and them.
No, but it's true. No, but it's true. You have to look. If you don't fat,
how they measure. Whether you see trouble or not by and food and things, how much you eat. When they say you're looking well is looking fat.
You're fat, of course. I mean,
you put on some weight. But Godfrey, let me pick you on some points. First of all, let me go to the Mother's Day itself and the whole celebration of Mother's Day and all of the things that Reece would have articulated. And I believe that all of it, plus the fact that Mother's Day has become more of a commercial kind of exercise rather than something of giving recognition. The recognition and so on has taken a sort of,
sideline.
Downplayed. And what we now have is the commerce of it. So there are certain things that are associated with Mother's Day, and you have to buy all kind of whatever to give mother to show that mother you appreciate them. And then in Grenada, Mother's Day even evolved even more, because in Grenada we have all kind of big concerts and so on to celebrate Mother's Day. So there are night of love, and that time we didn't have COVID.
Well, Sunday we have a virtual Mother's Day concert this Sunday. You know, GBN having a virtual Mother's Day concert.
And they always used to have calypsos. As a matter of fact, they used to have 2 calypso shows on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Right? So all of these kind of entered into the whole sphere of the whole Mother's Day celebration. We changed and we did our own thing. I don't know if other places have the concerts and so on, they bring down things. But you could bet your bottom dollar once it's Mother's Day, you will have this fanfare and fandango, and people are expected to take their mothers out and show their mothers a good time, and somebody or bodies will eat a penny from us, the unsuspecting. In that and that's Mother's Day kind of evolved.
And no, but this is so true, because that's why the Jarvis woman in the US changed her whole thing, and after she had get it on to the calendar, then she lobbied to remove it because she felt it was too commercialized and it lost the true purpose of what it should be. So you're definitely right. A lot of money is made around those times. In fact, one of the things that I read to Scholar was that on Mother's Day, in the US in particular, the phone lines get clogged because 37% more phone calls are made on Mother's Day.
Yes. But the phone companies eating our food.
Can we get away from the commercialization? Can we avoid it?
Actually, that is a very question I'm asking. That is a very question I'm asking.
Because if I want to be simple and I want to do a meal for my mom at home, I still have to buy the food. And because I want the meal to be a special meal, I might be going out of my way to buy things that I don't normally buy. Now, what is the focus here? Is the focus about spending as much money or about providing something that I consider to be special for my mom?
Well.
Can we get away from the commercialization?
No.
But Scholar, before you answer, maybe let me just add to the very question. Some mothers seem to like the pump, what you call it, pump and pageantry.
Pump and pageantry?
Yeah, they seem to like it. So when we see talking about cooking at home, some mothers would definitely like the idea of being taken to a restaurant, an upscale one that they have never been. Yeah, they might want
something different.
How can you not commercial? How can you not spend some extra money?
You see,
I'll tell you.
You see, the thing about it is that all you're asking the wrong question. This is not the question. As a matter of fact, this is not a question.
I see a gripe.
You see, this is when something is cultural. So it has become cultural.
Yeah.
So the commercialization and everything. Now the lady wanted to get rid of she thing. That's not what I'm saying. Like the lady in America that we're talking about. One has the lady in America, this thing and them all asking, not me. And not anybody on this panel. Because we can't get away from the commercialization. I'm heavily into the commercialization myself. Because that's what we know culturally, and that's what it has moved to. And I don't see that changing really.
Well, no, it can't. You see, that's the thing about culture. Over time, it evolves, and things just come in and all of that. Because mind you, what we do here in Grenada for Mother's Day with the concerts and all of that, there was a time it didn't used to happen. But it started out there, and as they come in, we embrace things coming, and we embrace. And just now,
you see, I would never be against that, because the honest truth is, I was eating food too. Because I don't
You're going to sing.
Reece, we go camping, no calypso.
Yeah, we go. Livingston.
I need my calypso.
Doc, we go stick with legends in concert. We go stick with legends in concert after Mother's Day.
Legends in concert only, yeah.
That's right. That's
Mother's Day calypso show.
We go stick with legends.
Godfrey, and I don't know when we're going to take it, but I wanted also to say a little on what Livingston would have been speaking about and motherhood of long ago. And I think I touched on a lot of these things. And the bottom line is that mothers from way back when they were more strict, they were more precise. They brought you up in the philosophy of manners make it man. You know, this whole manners make it man thing. So
brought up C. You call it brought up C.
Brought up C.
You had to have brought up C. You had to have brought up C around them. You had to know, for example, and mothers did not. I mean, while Livingston is right that they didn't spare the rod, but also sometimes it didn't even have to get to the rod.
No.
Mothers had an eye.
One look.
Eye that they watch. And when they watch that eye.
A very effective eye.
What else do you, man? You have to know your place. I mean.
Especially in public, when you see that eye.
When you see that eye, you know. I mean, if strangers or visitors come and you want to go and interfere with some fanciful piece of wares or they inside. I mean, you get the eye, right?
Oh, and you know.
The eye, and I think it's a kind of Caribbean, kind of black people, kind of mothers thing. Even before the rod comes out, the eye, and the eye could tell you even that when these people and them go,
definitely.
The eye of silence. If you're asking questions and you're not getting answers, you know. Check yourself.
So by they grew us up in this kind of way, and then also, as I said, it had to also do with the village. You can't get away from that.
No, not at all.
Long ago, because the village raised the child. And just as how Livingston is talking about, just the same way that you are respectful to your mother, you would also be respectful to other mothers. They all were your mother, and you saw them as that. And you can tell that and Reece, that is not anything to bash anything of modern day. I know you're a modern day mother, but we have moved and we have evolved far away from that. I mean, and to tell you how far we've evolved, you remember maybe 2 or so years ago, maybe 3 years ago, a video surfaced in the of a child causing up a big woman, Lisa, and I mean, Lisa Ewood. All kind of things, Lisa force up Lisa private part.
What I couldn't watch Lisa after, you know?
But Lisa causing the child private part
well, actually, Spurs, hold on. Don't go there, because that, I think we need to move in that direction. You know, with the transition from the mothers of then and mothers now. So let's take our final break. When we come back, we're going to address that. We're going to take some calls from, as well. So stay with us, folks. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance from the maple. I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3209 for today, Friday, May 7th, 2021. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Supervising the draw, Miss Priscilla Barry. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. So we're playing for $40,000 tonight. But of course, before we select our 5 winning numbers, we'll select the free ticket letter. Okay, our free ticket letter for tonight is M as in money. Check to see if it matches that on your ticket. If it does, you can claim your free ticket at your outlet of purchase. So we'll now select tonight's 5 winning numbers for $40,000. Good luck to you. So check your tickets. Our first number for tonight. That number is 3. Second number. Second number is 9. Third number, 15. Tonight's fourth number, 33. And the fifth and final number. That number is 1. All right, so let's just recap for your benefit, starting with the free ticket letter, that is M as in money, and our 5 winning numbers for $40,000 are 303, 909, 15, 15, 33, 33, and 101. So congratulations if you are a lucky winner tonight. Continue supporting the National Lotteries Authority. Have a great night.
By now, you should know that the early bird catches the worm. So, what are you waiting for? Put wings to your feet and head to your nearest scratch seller. For every quick 7s scratch ticket you buy at $2, the NLA gives you 7 chances at winning as much as $7,000. Scratch the entire play area for your 7 chances at revealing as much 7s and win the corresponding prizes. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable, and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
How do you choose your toilet paper? Just because it's soft and nice. That's how I choose my toilet paper. Made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherish Springs off Harbor Bay. Super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
We shall fight them on the beaches. We shall defend our islands and our oceans. To rid our waterways of plastic and other marine litter. We shall fight in the mountains, the valleys, on the coastline. We shall never surrender until every home on every street in our cities, towns and villages in the OECS learn to reuse, reduce and recycle plastic and prevent the pollution of our beloved ocean. We shall fight marine litter together with our sports clubs, our churches, the private sector, our schools. Join the fight. We shall never surrender.
This message is brought to you by the OECS Commission with funding from the Government of Norway. Remlit, tackling ocean pollution from turf to surf.
How do you choose your toilet paper? Just because it's soft and nice. That's how I choose my toilet paper. Made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherish Springs off Harbor Bay. Super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
Hubbard's big promotion promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hummus department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable, and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
Mothers are special and should always be celebrated. One great way to honor the caregivers among us is through song. It is for that reason the Grenada Broadcasting Network is teaming up with some of the best talents on the island to bring you Celebrating Queens, a 2-hour virtual concert on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 9th. From the scenic 61 Degrees West Restaurant and Bar on Grandin's Beach, we celebrate Mom, your mother, our heroes. Celebrating Queens, celebrating Mother's Day.
Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance on the maypole. Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance on the maypole.
Welcome back. It's OUI Culture, and of course we're looking at Mother's Day. Reece, let's take some Facebook comments and then we'll start taking some of our calls here from our listeners.
Sure. So we have Yvonne Mackenzie saying good old days. Jose, I think mothers became much closer to the children because they were always home and interact more with the children, while the man was the breadwinner, and most of the time when they returned home, either they're tired or drunk. Cynthia is saying, well, this mother is not a supporter of this. I guess she's speaking about the commercialization. Yeah. I celebrate every day, no flowers or chocolates or whatever for 1 day. Give me every day. And then Jose is saying, in America, in the USA, mothers, it's all commercial, whereas you get big companies as Macy's, Bloomingdale, and others will have big sales of jewelry. So everyone will be in these establishments spending, running up credit cards that they cannot afford to pay back for their mothers. So yes, I would agree that there's some sort of expectation too, some kind of pressure that you're supposed to go out on a limb on those days. Cynthia is saying, how are you for that? I'm hearing how it damages the children. I'm not sure where that comment came in, but I'm sure it's something that we were talking about earlier.
I think she's making reference there to the rod.
To the rod. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Okay. So our telephone line is 435-2041.
Godfrey,
yes.
One thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just want to recognize, and if you could bring up Scholar, I don't know, that work of art, since we started, I just find it very impressive. Scholar, you did that, or the wife did that?
Listen.
I let you go.
I don't do that.
What you doing?
Breadfruit and
wait. Hold on. What you say you doing, man?
I'm giving him my life just like you.
But Mr. Man, let me
I'll take lessons on that Godfrey.
Let me make something clear. Let me make something clear once and for all. I do not lie. If I say something and it's not true, it's a joke I make. So let me get that clear. Alright. If I say something and it's not true, so it's a joke I make.
You want to say it was you?
I want to see me.
So why is it? Let me.
I can't do that.
But listen,
this is
that's we culture, you know.
That's the culture.
Yes.
Lies the culture.
No, you mean?
No, gossip, not lie, man. No.
But let me tell you something. What? Not lie, what?
Not lie.
What?
But we must lie.
International gossip is our cult, not lie. I'm 24.
You would be for.
Go to the line.
But I sure it's called agree beyond that. We lie too much.
This was done by the late Gordon Hamilton.
Wow.
Yes, right, okay.
Wow.
And when you look at this, I struggle sometimes to believe that this is a work of art. It looks as a picture.
It does, it does.
But it actually is a work of art. Oil down with the callaloo and the breadfruit and the pizza inside there and the coconut.
Watch. I could do that, you know.
Okay, so what is that? What are we fighting for against?
Oh gosh! So I'm not getting make a joke.
Why are you joking?
Anyway, let's go to the telephone. Let's go to the telephone. We culture. Good evening.
Yeah, good night, gentlemen. Yeah, ladies, mothers, my dear, the company with you all tonight.
Thank you very much.
Wish all the best for 2021 and beyond, you know. Now, wish all the mothers of the world, happy mothers when you come around in any case. All the mothers of the world, all the mothers. Your mother played a role as father, because my mother played a role as a father too. My father died about when I was 7 years of age, you know. I born in the 50s and things. Knowing I born in St. Patrick in any case myself. Grew up in St. Patrick, living in St. Patrick for almost a year, but spending time in St. George's. I mean, in time gone by, and the days in the 60s and things, I know that parents used to be home. The places they used to walk is either you walk, do kitchen work. Someone working, as I call it, or estate work. But more the father used to do most of the work. Mother stay home, take care of the house, cook, wash, send children to school, do everything, all them things in the days gone by. My mother had about 8 of us, but never had a bank account. But we had food to eat. We had garden. You had yam, you had potato there, you had corn, you had this, you had peas, you had pig. We have, plant garden there was hand to mouth, you can't leave in the past, you know. Because people had nothing, I want to people in the 60s, boss man. People had nothing to say, to live as a family. At the old time days, I believe, one half is pass to the next. A bunch of fig, a bunch of block, you give a neighbor hand, two grain, pass on one, you know. So everybody just share. Kind of my own thing in any case, and kind of so thing in any case, you know. Everybody give one, you know. But it was nice days in any case, to how it is today. But the time changes now to politics. 1979, we now go through a trench and it can get better. That's spoil the respect of children to the elders. I know before you had respect, you should respect the elders. You can't cause a bad one in front of an elder boss man in the days gone by. From 79, that thing changed where you couldn't have real children in the days gone by in that time. And for now, you're not getting better. They tell you when them is company together, all of is man together now. But the days gone by, boss, with parents, they take their children to the best. Send them to school, to church. Our mother might go to church, but send them to school to church. We had to go to church on Sunday. You know, all them things was nice and them, but it can get better, boss man.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much indeed. All right, the telephone number 435-2041. That's the number you can call, and of course you can, extend your wishes. You can, comment and contribute to the program. We culture. Good evening.
Good night. Happy Mother's Day, Reece.
Happy Mother's Day to you too.
Yes. I want to say, long time Mother's Day. My mother was the best mother I had in the whole wide world. Children from paradise coming out to school, and they're going for lunch, coming up in the hot sun to go all up in the cocoa for lunch. When they reach by Miss Mary, come, I look, drink some gospel juice, eat piece of bread and butter. Back down. The parents haven't seen them come up for lunch. So with that, my mother was the best mother. And I want to believe I one of the best mother I have right now too. Because right now, to tell you the honest truth, I make 6 children, I have 15 grandchildren. And I put in all my grandchildren in front of me 6 children. I love my grandchildren as money. Because you know why I love them? I didn't send me children and make children, so they bring them in front of them. So my grandchildren come first. I don't care what people say. I love them. One is my accountant, one is my manager.
Typical grandmother.
So I the best mother I have. And I ain't greedy. I paradise train like me. Once I have, they get in. When they're ready, they come in, they hold in yard fowl. They take in egg. They doing all what they want. I ain't greedy. So I just tell me children, I would never see trouble. I live in by the road, and if nobody don't want to do nothing, give me as me children, I sure paradise children does go to give me. Big up paradise, all the mothers in paradise, big them up. Happy Mother's Day to everybody in Grenada. And when I pray, I just pray. I just say, Father God, bless me children, bless me grandchildren, bless my community, because I'm big and heavy, and if I fall, it's the whole community that has to raise me. Good night.
All right, and happy Mother's Day to you as well, Susan, of course. yes, indeed.
Godfrey.
We were supposed to bring Susan on the program, eh?
Yeah, somebody says we must bring Susan on the program.
But of course. Nice. You know, Scholar, when she spoke there, I remember what you were speaking earlier about a lady called Miss Molly.
Yeah.
When she made mention of her mother, you know, and that's the kind of thing that used to happen. You know, you definitely.
In Paradise, Miss Mary Zoon, that is Susan's mother.
Yes.
I remember even as like going in Sass in holidays and we walking up. I mean, she was everybody.
Yes, you passed.
Got something from Miss Mary. So what Susan says, no exaggeration.
Oh no, definitely. No. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely so.
And what make it better or what make it worse? She had a bakery.
Well, exactly. You can't go wrong with Miss Mary bread.
Pastry, a little piece of bread, a little piece of cake,
all kind of thing. Yeah. Let's go back to the telephone. We called you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to my friend Scala. How you doing, Scala? This is PCD here, man. Big up Susan.
Hi.
Big up Susan. Susan is my good girl. I would like to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers throughout the world, right? And I know my mother left this world when I was 12 years, and my father left the world when I was 15 years. But I still has 2 children and 1 grandson. So big up all the mothers of the world. Susan, this is PCD. I'm coming by you tomorrow. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, PCD.
Before you take our next call, it doesn't surprise me what Susan said there about she grandchildren. Susan is a lady now. Susan used to back me up good in Calypso.
Yeah.
They still on this status thing.
I know that. She tell me that. She said she don't make it. She won't feel on the boss your tail.
Susan let me go, boys. Susan don't like me in Calypso again.
Only stunner.
Only the stunner. So it doesn't surprise me. Susan.
No, but that's the thing with mothers and grandchildren, you know.
Yeah.
Once you see the grand come around, forget that.
Yeah,
forget that.
Please
smash up. Definitely so. But I want us to kind of shift a little bit before we get closer to time. We have to differentiate because we're talking about mothers, and I think there is a difference, and I think Scholar we mentioned it. The difference between a mother and a woman that have a child.
Godfrey.
Let me see comment first with that.
You see that? You see that right there?
Yeah.
You know, y'all were experts on motherhood. But now y'all are not experts in that field. So put me on the firing line. Yes, the difference between a mother and a woman that has a child.
Yeah.
Well, I think I would have explained that earlier. Mother is not necessarily biological, as well as someone who bears a child biologically would be termed a mother. But as to whether there's motherhood happening, that is a whole different story there.
Right.
I think that is a difference. You know, any woman can bear a child, but not every woman has what it takes or is willing to be a mother in the roles and responsibility that a mother is expected to perform. And you know, it goes both ways. Sadly, we can speak that kind of comparison more about men. You know?
We ain't get there yet. We ain't get there yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So in other words, you have some woman that should leave Mother's Day the way it is and don't even talk about it.
Well, it depends, you know. I mean, okay, a child, it's how you're viewed in one area, right? A child may view who you term to be not a mother as a mother. So I guess motherhood is in the eyes of the beholder too.
All right.
I think, in my view, right, and I will offer something here that I don't know if anybody will agree with it, but that's how I feel. There are two words here that we need to differentiate, right? And we use them sort of synonymously sometimes, interchangeably, but I believe they are different. And probably that the use of them might kind of point to what you're saying. So there's mother. And I believe that a mother is anyone who bears a child. Once you bear a child, you become a mother. But your mommy.
Right.
And mommy is a different thing. Mommy speaks of a role.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it has to do with what you do after you become a mother.
Right.
And I think this is where you might have...
There's a difference there.
So why do you add that, scholar? Yes, there's mommy, right? I grew up calling my mother mommy. There's mommy. When your child call you mama.
Mommy is there, is spiritual.
You know she's gonna hear you tomorrow, right? Anyways, when your child calls you mama and mother, what does that mean? What do you, yes, because I'm called mama. Everything is mama. I don't know when this mama comes out, but I'm mama, and I get mother. Yes, mother. No mother.
So
what do you mean?
Is there a time when you are called mama and when you are called mother?
I'm usually called mama. Yes, mama.
Right.
By one.
And then what?
Yes, mother.
Yeah.
Now when you friend them out. When you friend them.
Have your way, mother. Your mother. So take it.
That time you friend them, you friend them, train them.
Yeah, that's what you friend them.
That them train. They want to go by the grandmother.
What Godfrey? But you find that happening in our space, and as Reece said, you find that happening with fathers, you find that happening with mothers, you find that all the time. Some people make children, turn their back. Some people just make children and give them up for adoption.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how you call those? Are they still mothers?
Who married children?
Well, as you're right, once they get a child,
mother children. No, let me tell you something. When it comes to the actual upbringing, I mean, this is very, very important. Woman have a child and mother, because the actual upbringing or the proper upbringing of a child hinges a lot on motherhood. But when you have a child, sometimes in other cases anything goes. Anything goes.
But you're a mother. You're probably not a fit mother or a good mother or a caring mother, but you're a mother.
You don't want to have a child.
I think one that stays.
You don't want to have a child.
Is a mother, Godfrey.
Huh?
You could have good mother, you could have bad mother. One that stays the course is a mother. Usually the term papa and mama is relegated to grandparents.
Yeah.
So you see papa as your grandparent and daddy as your father and mama as your grandmother. But your mother is the one that brought you into the world and was there around good or bad. I think has to be a different term, scholar, to the one that just had you and as some people say, like a cucumber farmer. Like a cucumber. You plant a cucumber and you're always running from the base, from the root. So you have some that they get impregnated, they have a child, and then they continue run away. And nothing, they don't want to have to anything to do.
But I tell you what it is. A woman have a child.
Guys, there are people who give up.
I don't like the term mother for them. I don't like the term mother.
Is a woman have a child? I will tell you.
Woman with child.
Is a woman have a child?
No. Livingston, there are mothers who don't run away, but they are forced to. They are forced to. There are mothers who think they cannot provide. I mean, it's not part of our culture, really.
So, okay, so Reece, just to fast forward a bit. What about the father who feel he can't handle and he can't take the pressure and he run?
I thought you said we not too much fathers. I thought you said we're not going there.
All right. Okay.
Yes, I agree with Reece. Let me leave the fathers.
Okay.
I'm waiting for June.
Let's go to the telephone. We Culture, good evening. Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
To all of the gentlemen and the one lady, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers of the world. And to the good aunties who are like mothers, to all the children, we say Happy Mother's Day. Reece, every time I hear this song, Mother, my next question is, what you want now? Or if I hear my name and surname call out, I know is, what you cook, Mommy? You know, it's some food or something my son is looking for. And the most of the time, is food. Mother, what you want now? Food. Have a good night.
Thank you very much. No, but for me, whenever I go into Tivoli and I go home, the first person I go when I open my mother pot. No, I'm being honest. That's the first thing I go when I open she pot. She does tell me, so you can say hello, but I'm going to open the pot.
So really, Godfrey, you mean you would go and open the pot first before you say hello?
Yeah.
Anti-slack.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, but I'm going to open the pot first.
So, anti-slack.
Godfrey live.
What? After you take us straight at me, you have to stop that. I tell you.
After all this, no man.
But yes.
You
like.
Boy, no serious. No, serious. No, serious, I tell you.
I hesitating to say that word now because I know Godfrey mother and I cannot ascribe that to her. But Godfrey brought up, see?
Why should I tell me that too?
Godfrey needs to stick with a pot food on his hand.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. You never do something that your mother tell you. You don't have no training. Your mother tell you that. Your mother never tell you you have no training.
Yes.
All right. So if your mother tell you have no training, what does that mean? What does that amount to?
Well, what it really means is that you don't learn now. But you don't learn.
So then all you could tell me, my point is, so saying I don't brought up, see, that ain't cut in the day. It's just like your mother telling you, buy rather training, boy. What should I train you?
Godfrey, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You don't have brought-up-see. Good thing about you is you have pot-up-see.
Pot-up-see? No, but honestly, it's like an involuntary action. Every time I go home, I go straight to the kitchen and I go and open the pot.
But Godfrey,
I'm being honest. I ain't lying about that.
Godfrey, you jump a lot of steps in.
You only have a lot of steps to go up inside the house?
No. You know that's not what I mean, man. You jump a lot. You don't give a hug, you don't give a kiss.
That coming after.
You don't say well.
That coming after. But it's just a natural thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Livingston, Godfrey showed up hungry. That is why he don't have time to talk.
I think
and that happened to me too. I would go and go say good evening, but I go straight to the pot and I open the fridge and I asking, what am I coming to the poor house? You know, I don't think it's inside there. Like, what going on?
No, but you think, but it happened now. Like, if I go home, Now some of them I just go up inside the house and I ain't call them and they hear the pot open, they hear something in the kitchen and she say, Godfrey? That's a natural thing, you just go. So once they hear that open, they know I reach. They don't reach. Yeah. they know I reach.
The lady that called before, listening to her talk about how, when the children call us certain things, what happened. It's really different today because in the past, a child would take a chance to call the mother in the name. But it was kind of like a tease. Mm-hmm. Mine was called me Shatta, What's up, Shatta? Like,
Nala's called a Shatta?
No, Nala can't do that.
Oh.
Sekou, man. When the Sekou person check me, what was Shatta? I'd give him like, Shatta?
No. But we see when
the children get dog, like, what's up, dog?
No. When the children reach a certain age, I think when they call you by your name or they call you Shatta or something like that, it's an expression of love. It's not an expression of disrespect. Because my son, sometimes he come in and he shouts, pumpkin. Now there's a false name. He calling me pumpkin. Yeah. Sometimes my daughter would come and me say, Livingston.
My daughter calls me Reece too.
Yeah, they do that.
But the way they do that,
it's a fun thing. It's a fun thing. Yeah, it's a fun thing.
It to me is out of love. When they reach a certain level which you want to
Finley doesn't call his color.
Call me anything you want. I don't bad for this thing on him. No. Call me anything you want to.
Yeah.
No, but
Catholic.
It's a fun expression. It is a fun expression.
Yeah. And you just try your best to use as little words as possible. So da is just da.
Use it very little words.
I like that.
Let's go to the telephone. We call you. Good evening.
Yeah, no, sorry to call back. No disrespect. But all my children just call me Susan. All my grandchildren calling me Susan. My last grandchild now, she calling me Suzo. You understand? And she just take a so she just fighting to tax, so she just call me Suzo. But, no disrespect, my children, my grandchildren, everybody Susan, because Susan turned grandmother young. And I say, man, what, this grandma thing, me don't like this grandma thing. Me don't like this grandma thing, Me don't like people call me grandma. I find grandma is people that have stick and they burning and what. So I didn't want nobody call me grandma. So everybody calling me my name. Children in paradise calling me my name, but they call me with respect. Afternoon, Susan. You understand? And I don't have no problem with that. According to scholar, me don't have no problem with that. I say, people don't say, no, say grandma. I said, leave me and my grandchildren alone. My name is Susan. And this thing, Miss Susan, don't singing good. Miss Teresa, my song good, Miss Bernadette. But I don't find Miss Susan singing good at all. And I have one day, what is a police? She go to school, from the time she going to school, she never tell me good afternoon yet, She walk in, she don't say good afternoon, Every time she come, Mommy, you cook? One day I sit down in the bus stand, and me and a set of people, she coming up on the bridge. I say, she coming. She don't say good afternoon. I listen, you go hear what she goes here. She meet me and everybody there, she don't say good afternoon. Mommy, you cook? Hear them now, you don't lie. Only mommy you cook. That's all they study when they come and they're hungry. So when man come and uncover in pot and people will believe it's cat while they're in the kitchen.
Is there any Godfrey?
I got free twin.
One day he must be that big study in the pot.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you very much. Any comments?
Culturally, children call their mother's mother mainly, but you have a lot of children that call their parents in their names. And from since they, and I don't think that it is meant as any disrespect whatsoever. As a matter of fact, my mother, we call our mother grandchildren. Everybody call my mother Miss Rita. That's how we call her.
Yeah.
But it has never been meant as disrespect. I can't remember it has been disrespectful at all. but that's just the name that we call her. Everybody calls us so. And then my father, now everybody calls me Father Daddy. Even the neighbors' children. And everybody Daddy. But the mother is Rita.
But we, like, for me, growing up, we never call our mother Mommy. We used to call her Tanti.
Some people
because but there was a reason for that. But a niece used to live with us, and she used to call our mother Tanti, and then we just start calling her Tanti.
But a lot of persons in Tivoli call your mom Tanti.
But it's from that, yes.
Tanti.
Yeah, everybody calls her Tanti.
Not just you. I call her Tanti.
And it's affectionate name, you know, your Tanti, you know. So I there's no I don't see no big deal there. Some people feel that they shouldn't just call him in a name, but and then again, even like people around who are close to the family, they call it auntie, or they call him auntie. Auntie this and auntie that and auntie everything. You know. So actually, I was just looking at a post on the Facebook where someone says, Auntie lastly need to give Godfrey a good slap. That people used to call her. That's somebody from Tivoli. So, that's the kind of thing. Indeed. Let's go back to our telephone. We Culture, good evening.
Good night, sir. I'm Godfrey. Thanks for having me on the line, but I like the word you said, Monday God. You're talking the truth, right? And then you're not afraid of nothing. And I agree with the point. You're talking the truth and they can fire. So back to you on the air.
All right. Someone on the WhatsApp platform says, good evening. Anyone can be a mother, but it takes someone special to be a mommy. Therefore, mommy is more affectionate than mother.
You see what on the book there?
If what?
What's on the book?
Oh, what's on the book? Of course, there's a comment. Cynthia is saying, ha ha ha, that sense of humor is what keeps her. I want to believe she was talking about maybe Suzanne,
yeah.
Veronica Sandy, you're sure right? Some men, oh Lord, donate the eggs. Don't worry, Sandy, we'll go there in June. She's saying, my mom, best mom in the world. Happy Mother's Day to Suzanne, Nurse Stephanie Sandy, to all the mothers, blessings. Jose is saying, Johnny was a good man by Bob Marley explained it all about a mother. The difference is that a mother is one that show care for that child and will go the extra mile, but a woman with a child is the one with expectations that a man will be around, and if not, she begins to abuse that child physically and mentally because of the hatred for that father. Okay, so we're talking about a mother that is a mother for intentions other than being a mother to a child. Jose is saying that child is damaged for life. David, a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers of the nation. Enjoy. Cheers. Curlin is saying, Auntie Lashlin, need to give Godfrey a good, well, just mentioned that, a slap. Oliver Williams, back home thing, old talk. Jose is saying, although I am married, but my mom will cook and bake everything from home, especially on Christmas, and have everyone packaged for them to come and get, and expected me to pass every Sunday for my Sunday food. So yeah, there's a lot of big men like that in Grenada whose mother expect them to come home on a weekend for food. Colin is saying, yeah, Grenadian children, the mother spoiled too. Grenadian children like their belly too much. Oliver, hello Godfrey, boy, is Papa God Oliver from Granville, boy.
Louis, Doc, you remember Papa God? From Telescope, man. You must have Papa God.
From Telescope?
Yeah. Papa God was the British fella you have in Granville.
God, you remember that man, but
Doc, you remember Papa God?
No, I don't remember.
Papa God. But I find a man not named Papa God. Don't forget that man.
You can't forget him, yeah.
No, you can't forget. Papa God is easy, you know.
I ask a question though. You guys are the men. I'm the mother here. You are the men. Would you say that your choice in women, in wife, had a lot to do with the type of mother you had? I don't know if that's a question for Godfrey, though. Godfrey just seems like a bad seed. I might be wrong, but.
So hold on, all you just wash up all them out of me.
Yes, we are. Yes.
No, I do think so. You know, I do think so. I think there's some studies around that.
There's some studies.
Yes, men tend to pattern their wives from their mother. I do believe that. Yeah. They look for certain qualities. In choosing their wives. I do believe that.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In terms of being a mother, though, you find that a lot of things in the past that as a mother you grow up a certain way and you know how it is that it would have benefited you, but you find like today's mothers, they have this notion that whatever it is that I didn't get, I couldn't have. It's like my child has to have it. My child has to have everything, whatever. And sometimes I think we cross a line in terms of being a mother and a responsible mother, the best mother, to that of being like a friend that just wants to see your child happy all the time. And you feel that the more material things you give them, or the more you allow them to have their way, I don't know, I think it's a kind of love thing. You feel more loved or something like that.
Reece, you hit it. Because I think what happened, the mothers before, the whole society was based on trying to impart to the children some survival skills.
Life lessons.
Life lessons. Work for what you want. And there was a famous thing that we don't covet just other people's thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't covet other person's thing. Those kind of things, and the man work for it. And then
that's what you have.
Yeah, but you have to work for what you want also.
Mm-hmm.
And what you find, and apart from that, there was this collective responsibility that everybody else can chip in, and you too are expected to chip in terms of helping the society. But I think we reach now in a place where there is more individualism. Now, what you find happening now, everybody believes that there is a shortcut to, and the material and the greed and the lack of that moral foundation. Go out of the door. So we now investing in more shortcut. And so we find a lot of our children sometimes rebelling and being rude and failing on the way quite easily, because we had a mark on a lot of shortcut. I'm talking about a lot of the modern day parents.
All right, let's call.
You could go back, I was just saying you could even extrapolate and with all that nowadays it is not uncommon at all for parents and so on to go in school and host teacher and principal and those kind
That's what I was going to talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
That was something.
And you see, and there's something here, Funny enough, there are some people who believe that when they do that is because they love their children. Huh?
Well, they believe they show you love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's far from it. It's far from it.
But
and
of course,
I can tell you that I have literally had experiences with my child and another parent's child in the same school, and this other child was so notorious. It's like came to school to fight. He came to school to be violent, and the mother used to come and cuss the teachers, cuss parents, the child following school children, promising to do them all sorts of things. And today, this child I don't even think that child finished Form 1.
So when you have
secondary school,
when you have a mother behaving like that, what is the phrase to describe the mother's color? Yeah.
Right, but then the thing about it, what you find a lot is that these parents and then they need help, because that parent came to my workplace one time to beat me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know she came to beat me, but I saw her, and when she identified herself as to who she is and all that, I immediately sparked up a conversation, not knowing it's Melissa was about to get. Sparked up a conversation about the child and who the child is, and how much I would speak to him, and I realized that he needed a friend, but I keep telling him not to be a friend. To have friends, you have to be a friend, and it's like only after I found out that the real intention there was for me to get beat up, but she ended up crying telling me all the things that she's been putting up with. And this is something that she would have never admitted to before. She kept, she would cuss everybody. That child in particular didn't even, the graduation from primary school, it didn't happen. And it turned out that she was asking me to go and talk to the principal to allow the child to graduate. So sometimes you find like these parents, they need help because they know the truth. They know how is it that they were brought up. They know where is it that they're going wrong. But I don't know what it is about our children that we feel like everybody is against them. Everybody that corrects them hates your child or jealous of your child or something like that. And we just wage this all-out war on the village that is supposed to be growing our children. So I have seen it. And for the parents who seem to forget that the teachers are the second parents, the second mothers and fathers, and probably the ones who spend the most hours, waking hours with your children. We forget and we disrespect and we go and we try to deal with them, and we deal with them in front of children instead of going and be adults and asking questions and stuff like that. And then it turns out it becomes the children's demise. It almost always becomes the children's demise because they grow up with this level of discipline. And they take it further in the workplaces.
So Finley, asking you again.
Godfrey.
When their mothers get on so, what is the phrase to describe them?
I don't tell you nothing.
Doc.
I don't know.
That feels Colorado. You forget.
I want with children.
Eh?
Woman with children?
No.
Mothers.
Their mother, they don't have reason. They don't have reason for the children. They don't have a reason. They don't have no reason.
They don't have reason for the children.
But Reece was saying something and I started to smile and then I had to laugh, when we see and we've seen it with modern parents, the demonization of teachers. That it seems to be plaguing, and is a very unhealthy. Not that there are no bad teachers. There are going to be some teachers that are, they should be rid of. But when you have to demonize teachers, that is such. You basically tearing down the foundation of society. Because as Reece said, that is the second parent. That when you remove that, these are the people that are spending more time and can mold and can invest through motivation and through their love to change. And a lot of young boys I know in particular, talking about boys in particular, change because of a particular teacher that they had. So we always have to hold up a standard for our teachers, which is very important.
Well said.
Definitely.
And while you are at it, you don't have to say that there are some people that are bad. People are bad in our space.
Of course, definitely, everywhere,
Because Satan was an angel.
Yes.
Lucifer.
Angels are bad.
Godfrey, as we come close, I want to relay an experience I had that I a couple of years ago, I never thought I was going to be able to say in public. Now, I of course I went to SAS. I went to Canada. I spent some years there. I went to school over there for close to 6 years. I was a teacher. I taught for about 4 years. I lived on my own for maybe close to 5 years at one time, and I came back home, and my mom was home. We had a very good thing, but I cannot even remember what I did now. So I was in my late 20s now, and my mom called me. Get a stick and give me around 4 licks on a stick.
What? Yeah, but you know, Cousin Gladys used to make jokes. So it's some stupidness you do. What? And Scott, let me tell you something. He getting that. Cousin Gladys giving anybody that, Don't feel she ain't that, She don't make a joke. What? Cousin Gladys and my grandmother, Teeny used to sit down behind she house. And anybody passing the road and they out the other, she calling them out. Hi! They're playing that. They don't play that.
She can't do that now.
Wait.
Some water in
Oh yeah. Well, and if you twist that, just recently, I was hearing this story. This woman was in with a child, and talking to an ex-parent and saying, "Oh, my child does not even want to sweep and clean the wares, clean the dishes, blah blah blah, sweep the yard." And the young child, "Mom, stop lying on me." You know, I mean, in public, you know, just like that, and said, "Mom, you lie, you stop lying on me." So you talk about
long time, long time.
Livingston, we couldn't even say lie.
You can't. What you say?
That's a lie.
You have to say you can't. You're speaking the truth.
Boy, you gotta say not that, boy.
No, you're speaking the truth or you're telling the story.
You tell and truth.
You tell and
truth. Tell and truth. Guys, we out of time. I want to take this opportunity to wish all the mothers, well, you know, from the program, happy Mother's Day on Sunday. I hope you do have the best one ever. Well, so far. I trust that the others would get better as time go on. So, and of course, we want to salute all mothers, thank them for the role that they play in our upbringing and helping us to be better individuals. You know, Doc mentioned something earlier about the rod. You know, and funny how things have changed, because, I mean, I have gotten the rod. I remember I told earlier at one time in SARS, they used to call me Multival 12. You know, it was the rod, actually. But, you know, just to fast forward, nowadays, you use the rod and you're jailing that, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's amazing how things have changed. Definitely.
But we're not just the rod now. Right now, and a situation, unfortunately, I have to bring it up, and it comes again to what Reece was referring to as the second parenting with teachers again. And now, while a teacher cannot just easily use the rod, I don't even know so sure if they could use the rod, but teachers cannot use the imagination. They cannot take the children to see the river, and they cannot take the children to go anywhere except the permission.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, and it is so frustrating and stifling the initiative and creativity of the teachers that are unable, because the ministry has a hold on, you can cross the street with a child or with a classroom except you get a permission from the ministry. So we have this almost like a gulag over us, ruling the teaching, that the profession that is actually stifling any creativity or innovation by the teachers.
But you know,
this Godfrey, this is another conversation.
That is another conversation. Actually, that's a program.
This is a program, because remember I was asking you and Livingston, I don't know if Reece had answered, but I was asking you, but I know for a fact that when I went to school, the concept Ministry of Education never existed.
No.
You didn't know about that?
No. We never knew that. It was the headmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if an official comes, is somebody what coming in the school? Somebody come in.
Somebody
come and visit.
Yeah, somebody come. You know where they come out? Yeah.
We never knew that there was a ministry of. I didn't know there was a ministry of education when I went to school. I didn't know that.
It's interesting, but this is, you know, this whole what Doc mentioned, that because and it has it not only with the school, but in a lot of other areas of our society, this thing has crept up, and I have my own feeling where this thing, how it started and where it came from. But as we said, that's another program. Maybe something that we can look at, you know, sometime in the future. So guys, I want to thank you. Any your closing comments? Let's start with Mother first. Moms,
I supposed to end that, you know, but anyways, I'll give you the Facebook comments before we go.
Right.
Jose said we want to wish everyone on the panel happy Mother's Day to their mother, wives, girlfriends. And Reece, you especially as the only mom on the panel, looking forward to another exciting topic next week. He's also saying, Reece, don't forget to ask Scholar about the Mother's Day song. You know what? I'm just leaving this for Sunday. He better come with it Sunday. Ronisha, Sylvan, happy Mother's Day to my champion, Amelia Etienne. Mothers are special in their own way. Cynthia is saying, just a minute. Have a safe, enjoyable weekend. As always, educational and entertaining. Monica Meros Williams, Godfrey, good night. Jose saying happy Mother's Day to all, especially the panel and Reece. Special Mother's Day to you. See you guys next week. Okay, right. So I just want to close by saying that there are all types of mothers. At the end of the day, or to me, once you become pregnant and you are carrying a child, whether you bring it to full term or, whatever tragedy might happen or, you're a mother, and mothers are very special. Mothers constitute almost every profession you can think about that exists. And I just want to, say to all the mothers who do their job and do their job to the best of their ability, kudos to you. When we grow good children, good sons and daughters, we contribute to a better society. We need to be more of a village. This thing about when another parent is correcting your child on the street and you want to come and say things like, don't talk to my child and don't do this and talk to me first and all that. No, this is where we start having problems. I have children that went to secondary school and primary school, and the one thing I always say to the teachers, if they give in any problems, you have any problems, deal with it. Don't call me and tell me that I need to deal with Nala or Seiko or Leah because whatever. At that point, you and I were having the problem. This is no longer about the child. Deal with it. And if you find that you made a mistake and she get a little innocent blows, just see it as one in the bag. She will not out of it anyways. That is how I roll. I don't put teachers. I believe that there's hardly any a bad teacher out there. And that's how I look at it. So I want to wish my mom, every mother out there, a happy Mother's Day. For those of you who would have lost your mother, try to bask in the sweet memories of them. At least you had a mother. There are some people who never had mothers. They don't know what it is to have a mother. So let us just go out there and not necessarily commercialize it, but let it be meaningful. If there's a mother that you have gripes with, and see it as an opportunity, like an occasion where you can say, okay, I'm making it this Mother's Day, I am bridging the gap. I'm closing on the milestone, that kind of thing. So that's it for me. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers, biological or non-biological.
Right. Doc?
Well, I like Reece. Reece has said so much and she covered so many grounds, and I think that was good. So I would try to be at least 1/4 of what she just said. I just want to wish everyone happy Mother's Day. Some people come to mind: Emmanuel in Canada, Dr. Wendy Crawford, Cindy Ann Walcott, everybody that is listening over there, particularly those ladies and them that were really supportive when two of the other co-hosts were on my case and telling me they're sorry. They're really sorry for me when Godfrey and Scholar pounding on me. You're my mothers. I really love you all. And, I want to wish all you happy Mother's Day. What can I say? It is a nice moment, and we're going to see hopefully next week. Happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers, particularly my wife, Selma. I want to say happy Mother's Day to you publicly, my dear.
Skulls.
Dog.
Good thing. Your cousin Gladys boy yet on? Cousin Gladys boy. Cousin Gladys boy get on.
Come on, mother. You come strong.
You eat? Hey, that comment strong.
Cousin Gladys, that sticker and them Cousin Gladys.
What a thing! Why Cousin Gladys let you have it?
Anyway, Godfrey and team, I want to join with Reece and Livingston and say happy Mother's Day to all of the wonderful mothers out there, those who join us every single Friday on this program. Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to Reece. And may I say, darling, as usual, you've rocked. Although you have the 4% tonight, but you have about a further 10% you've added in beauty and so on tonight. You look really good. 4% are not on you.
You agree with that? 4% agree with that, man?
4% agree with that.
You agree with that? You agree with that?
I mean, I could imagine how the 3-finger man must be.
Oh my
God. I want to wish Happy Mother's Day to my queen. She's still batting, still strong, still the rock of our family. Miss Rita Jeffrey. She is a mother to a lot of children, great-grand. She's mother to everybody. And I want to wish her Happy Mother's Day. And just as Livingston, I want to also wish Happy Mother's Day to my wife, Diane. And, Sunday, please God, Reece, when you come down, I promise, that you will get the mother's song.
Right.
I have it in the back. You'll get the mother's song. So you don't worry about that. It will be there.
Wonderful. Yeah. Guys, I just want to share this comment quick with you all before we go. Someone says, my brother was married and my mother gave him some sticks for beating his wife.
That's a good one.
His mother gave him some sticks for beating his wife. So, mothers will always be mothers. Guys, again, thank you very much and happy Mother's to all the mothers out there. My mom, of course, I love you to death. All the other mothers, of my children, happy Mother's Day to you. Of course, the greetings and the calls will be coming on Sunday as well. And of course, all the mothers who've been with us, as the guy said, we thank you very much for all the support. Auntie Meros, good night to you and happy Mother's Day to you. Curlin, good night to you as well. Happy Mother's Day. And of course, we're looking forward to being with you next Friday again on OUI Culture. So thank you. Have a good night and enjoy your weekend. Guys, thank you very much. All the best.
Yeah.
Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire. A little more calypso, forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo, a little more shango. 20 degrees the pole, and we don't dance on the maple.